Okay, in this video, once we've got the sketches in, we want to try and enhance them. So we've got the fine liner, so I'm going to go over the lines that I want to keep. But remember, again, speed's got to be important with this because you've got quite a few sketches to get through. They've got to be good enough that somebody else can understand them. But also, we don't want to spend ages trying to do a presentation drawing, and that means that we're going to run out of time. So I'm just going over, so if I've got overshoots or undershoots, so these are undershoots are where I have a gap, overshoots are where I go past the point required. So I'm just going over the lines that I want to keep. So I've got this section in here. There we go. And then obviously with the net, I might use my ruler with the net. So I'm trying to change the quality of the line to suggest that I understand where it's going to be folded, where it's going to be cut down the side here, or where it might be glued. This one's not got any gluing on it. There we go. So once I've got that section sorted, I could then use some thick and thin line technique to try and enhance it. So if I use a Sharpie, there we go. So remember, if your spider is going around the top surface, this one's running out. If it goes over the top and it can hide, you do it thick. If it goes over your line but it's still visible, then you can keep it thin. So if we're looking at this particular design, it's going to go over the top there and hide. It can go over the top and that one and hide. It can actually go over that one and hide, even though it's within the drawing. Something like that, okay? Again, if you want to lift them off the page a bit more, you could do some shadows. So I can just draw in an abstract shape underneath here, and we can hatch underneath this part. So I'm trying to draw some parallel single hatching to lift it off the page. There we go, all the way along there. If I've got any movement in there, I might want that to stand out a little more than black pen, so I might use a different colour. So in this case, just going to use a red Sharpie to make it clear that there's some kind of motion taking place on there. If I've got my client, I want them to, those client comments or any testing against your specification list, remember you can do that as well. So I'm just going to go over these with a fine liner. If I had a better colour than this, I'd probably use that, but I'm just using a highlighter to make it stand out to the moderator. And then, or if you wanted to, you could do a bit of shading. So if the light source is coming from this direction, I could just use my pencil and I could just shade, just to suggest that it's an opaque material. Maybe just on those. Okay, when you come to do your annotations, again, don't do a massive arrow across your drawing, just roughly in the area, a neat annotation, and then keep those notes close to the thing that you commented on. Again, if there's a problem, I'm kind of coding it with a cross or something wrong with it. This one was that enlargement, so again, this would need some explanation to explain what it is I'm trying to solve there. So I might have some notes in this section. So when you're commenting upon your designs, remember you're trying to improve the function, not really aesthetic. It could be aesthetics, but in this case there's not much taking place. I might comment upon the dimensions of getting my client involved with the process. It could be materials, suitable materials that I might use. It could be, like I've mentioned before, a problem that I've just identified on there. It could be an environmental issue that you overuse in materials as well. So try and use the full range to comment on, so it's not just always function there.